So, I have the most amazing sisters. Sandy and Darla are my sisters. They're older than me. I'm technically the baby, but I also have a brother, George, who we call GJ. He's the middle. I'm the middle child, technically. My parents, for whatever reason, always tell me that I'm the oldest because I act the oldest. I've made, quote unquote, all the right decisions. I have 26 nieces and nephews. Some are great nieces and nephews. I have these three amazing siblings, but today I'm going to talk about one of my sisters who is just my favorite person. Her name is Darla. She has 8 children, and she is the most amazing soul. When we were little girls, we used to play like we were in The Price is Right. Our living room became the showcase showdown. And Darla was always Bob Barker. Sandy and I would stand behind cardboard boxes and we would vote on the living room furniture. Not vote, but we would bid on the living room furniture. And Sandy would just turn into one of the Barker's beauties. She'd go lay out on the couch and pretend that she was a Barker's beauty, and Darla would be there with her mic, hairbrush, whatever it was, just to help us remember the show. And I'd always be the giddy contestant, like, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win. There were so many times that I would get a chance to have fun with my sisters. But there was something special about Darla to me in my heart. She has 8 children. Darla was in beauty pageants, flown all over the world. She was given all these opportunities to just shine and excel and soar. But drugs came into the community, bad influences. At some point, my family was really tight spiritually. And then at some point, we stopped. Everyone just stopped. Stopped praying, stopped chanting, stopped doing the things that had made us so close and made us so resilient in a community where people were suffering. Darla was one of those people. I did not know about mental health issues until I left home. I would come back from time to time, and every time I come home from college, I just saw the light started to change in my sister. Even as the light was changing, there was still a part of her that would always be so encouraging and supportive of me and so incredibly playful. Darla is super creative. She made up this persona for herself. She was Dar Star. She was Dar Star, going super far, driving fancy cars, and something about wearing diamond rings. I can't even remember the song, but all I knew is that she embodied stardom. She embodied what was just big and creative and loving, and then also was incredibly present to her reality and that of being a single mom who had 8 children, and her oldest had cerebral palsy. My mom begged her, don't have any more children. Don't have any more children. Your first child has issues that we are all surrounding him and praying for him to have a quality of life. Well, she kept going. She kept going because she kept falling in love and out of love. Darla and I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I've lived in 5 states. Pittsburgh, I've lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I lived in New York proper, New York City. And I went to college in Hampton, Virginia. But every time I'd come home, Darla and I would find a way to connect. We went to a bar. It was goth night. We were in Pittsburgh. Who are these black girls? We just walked up in there. Like, hey, we're here. This woman is on stage with pasties. And she comes off the stage because in the back of the room, my sister was enjoying the music. And Darla started putting on her own show. I was like, sis, you're upstaging the lady. Next thing you know, the goth woman comes off stage and she comes over to my sister because my sister's literally just sliding down the wall and pretending that she's in this lady's show. So she became a part of the show. Everyone's laughing and they're like, lady, you're so crazy. You're so funny. I kept having these awesome opportunities to engage with my sister and just play. I remember when I went to my high school and I was so afraid because we were being bused to a whole nother neighborhood. And we were going to be with people who basically there were conflicts. And she said, if any of those girls come up to you, just act like you're crazy. Just act like you're crazy. Just start punching on the lockers. And I didn't have to do that exactly. But I do remember when one of the girls intentionally pushed someone into me and the girl's teeth literally landed in the back of my head. I'm the smallest person there. And this girl was notorious for beating guys up. And I just remember that feeling of, I can't believe I just lost it. I remember what Darla said. I just pretended like I was going crazy. And those same girls that went on bullying everyone after that moment, they were holding me back. Sally, no. And she's like, let her little ass go. And I They didn't let me go. I'm glad they didn't. But the point of it is that my sister has always been with me. She's always been someone who's been incredibly brave and incredibly fierce and has continued to live her life. Right now, she's struggling. She's struggling with mental health issues, and I want to continue to be there. And I'm just so grateful right now in my life that I have had a wonderful group of women, spiritual, soulful sisters who have just surfaced in my life that allow me to play just like I do with Darla. And I'm so incredibly grateful. Thank you.